Hi everyone, welcome to video training number 1 in how to scale and expand your business by creating incredible online courses. I'm Jocelyn Mercado and I'm so excited to bring this information to you today. So first of all, for those who are joining us live, go ahead and put your name and location in the chat. I'd love to see who's on and where you're calling in from. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to set us up to be on Facebook Live as well. So that'll take just a moment here. And yeah, I can't wait to share this information with you all. I've been developing this for a while now and just really excited about it. It's going to be so much fun, so valuable for all of you. All right, let's see. Just still setting up for Facebook Live here. Right, go live. Great. Okay, so we should be live on Facebook now as well. All right, fantastic. So let me welcome all of you who are here on Zoom live with us. Welcome Stacy in Ohio. Hi Monique, good to see you here. Monique is in Wales. Hi Louise in Illinois, good morning. Hi Rose in Austria. Hi Vanessa in France. Hi Dawn in Boston. Hi Daisy in California. So glad you're here, Daisy. Hi Cami in Ottawa, Canada. Good to see you all here. And I know we're going to have lots more people joining. As for some people, the notice just went out about this in general, about this whole video series. So I think lots of people are going to be jumping in today as we go along. All right, well, I am just so excited, as I said at the beginning, to gather with all of you for this information. I've been developing this for a while, and this whole training series is really due to popular demand from the students in my business building course, The Magic of You, as well as lots of my one-on-one clients. Everybody has been asking for a while about how to create really, really amazing online courses, and how do I get my courses out to the world if I don't have a big list yet. So in this 4-part video series, we're going to go really, really deep into answering that and so many more of your questions. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast, and you're just going to learn so much. So I cannot wait to share this with you. So today, where we're going to focus is how to grow your business and increase your income quickly, even if you have a small or unresponsive list. And what I want you to know is, for everybody who's listening, even if you have a good size list already, you definitely want to listen in, because the tips and strategies I'm going to share today are not only for people with small lists, it's also for anybody who wants to grow your list. So if your list is already medium sized or already a large list, you're going to learn how to grow it even larger and even more quickly. And we all know that a larger list leads to more income opportunities, and that is kind of, it compounds, right? It's kind of an exponential thing. So as your list gets larger and larger, you get bigger and bigger opportunities. So that's what I want to share with all of you. That's kind of the underlying factor here to all that I'm going to share, is the importance of your list and how to grow your list to grow your income. And online courses are just such an exciting way to do that. So during today's call, I'm going to share with you how online courses can increase your income, give you back precious time and freedom, and grow your audience. And also how to build the perfect course that you can be certain is exactly what your audience wants and needs. Also, why your email list is the most important asset in your business, and how to structure a course launch that will 3 times, 4 times, or even 10 times your existing list size, and how to set yourself up for continued and compounded success during future course launches. And then, so we're going to do this whole presentation together, and then at the end I will open this up for Q&A, so you will be welcome to ask me any questions that you have at the end of this call, and at the end of the other live trainings that are coming up in this 4-part series. So to begin today, I want to share a little bit about my journey so you'll know where I'm coming from and why I'm so excited to be finally teaching this program. So I worked in corporate for about 15 years before I started my business, which is Sacred Planet. And I have a bachelor's degree in Spanish language and literature. Some of you probably didn't know that already. That was my bachelor's degree. And then I earned my MBA, Master's in Business. And I went on to have a very successful career in finance, budgeting and forecasting, and project management. But throughout that time in corporate, I had the sneaking suspicion that corporate wasn't really the right place for me. And that I had a different mission. I had something different, more profound work that I was supposed to be doing. And so soon after my first daughter was born in 2010, the ideas started flooding in about how I needed to get out of corporate and start my own business. And it took a few years for me to really fully make that shift. But the idea for Sacred Planet came to me in a very synchronistic and magical way. And this idea was amplified after a truly amazing trip to Taos, New Mexico, the first time that I visited there, where I did some very deep spiritual work. And so for me, as I know it probably is for many of you listening, my work in creating this business and doing my work with my clients and my spirituality have always been intricately tied together ever since the beginning of my business. And that's because my business has really sprung forth from my soul's mission, which is to help people to break free from all that has held them back in the past. And a key part of this mission is to guide people, just like all of you on the call, to create a new reality for ourselves. And, that's what I've done for myself in my life. I've created a whole new reality that has been built around my spiritual journey as well as building this business. And so the way that I am earning my income now is very, very different than, has a whole different energy, a whole different feeling to it, a whole different level of fulfillment, much higher level of fulfillment to it than I ever had working in corporate. And I know you all can identify and relate to that. Those two different paradigms, right? Those two different realities, like the work that we have to do versus the work that we love to do and we want to do and we want to give and be in service to the world. And so that's what we're doing when we start our purpose-driven businesses. We are creating a new reality in which we get to do what we love. We get to be the boss instead of having to report to somebody else. We get to tap into the insights and the guidance that come from a higher intelligence, right? And come from our own inner wisdom that keep us on track with our purpose. And in this new reality, we get to make abundant income and have lots of freedom in our lives. And we get to do what we love every day. And at least that's how we pictured it, right? And sometimes it doesn't immediately turn out exactly that way as far as the income and the freedom and all that, right? It's quite a journey. It's a journey to get to a point where it really feels that way. And so I'm here today to give you some really valuable ways to expand your business, to scale your business, to increase your income, and to seriously begin creating that reality that you envisioned when you started your business. And I want this for you so that you can be in your zone of genius every day. And so that you can have the freedom that you really need and that you really desire. We need freedom. We need the freedom to have the time for self-care. We need the freedom to have the time to be creative and to really, go deep into what is our true mission? What are we meant to bring into the world next? And I want this for you so that you can have plenty of income and be able to really live your life the way that you've always wanted. And I know for all of us, when we have more income, we're able to give more, both energetically, because we're not in that space of scarcity and worry. And also we can share that income with beautiful causes that are doing amazing work in the world, right? So there are so many reasons that we need to have that financial abundance along with the soul's purpose work. Those two have got to go hand in hand. And that's what I want to really share with you a lot about today, how to do that. So we'll get to all that very soon here, but let me just circle back so I can tell you the little bit more here about my story. So in 2015, I had already been doing some coaching for a while and leading local retreats and women's circles. And I decided that I was ready to leave my full-time job, my corporate job, and dedicate all of my time to my business. And I had no idea of the roller coaster ride that I was about to embark upon from leaving the corporate world. And it actually went really smoothly at first. Things went amazingly well from the beginning. I had a very successful summit that really launched my business online and brought in a new expanded audience and lots of additional one-on-one coaching clients. So I was able to fill up my schedule with client calls, and I very happily dedicated myself to serving my clients at the highest possible level. But what started to happen as time went on was that I was wearing myself out. So I was not charging enough. And so I invite you all to type in the chat if you've ever been there. Have you ever been not charging enough and getting exhausted? Just type yes in the chat, as I know so many of you have probably had that same experience. Yes, yes, yes. It is such an easy place to go because we want to give. We want to give at our highest level. And then sometimes we don't ask for enough in return and we end up in that place of exhaustion. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of yeses. Okay, I hear ya. I've been there. And I was working too many hours every day trying to do everything on my own. And I'm sure you can all probably relate to that too, right? And my kids are still pretty young. My kids were even younger then. And so, I was working lots of hours on my business, and then I was taking care of my kids in the evenings and weekends, and I was exhausted. So then as far as the financial abundance, I was bringing in good money, but I was also spending a lot on trainings and programs that I hoped would propel me to greater levels of success. And unfortunately, then a lot of them didn't deliver what had been promised. Have you ever been there? The training programs that just didn't create the change that you were looking for, right? I've definitely been there. So type yes in the chat if you have too. And so, I was in this position where it was like, things were going well, but then somehow I was exhausted and still the financial abundance didn't feel abundant, right? And it just wasn't quite enough to cover the expenses for my family. And so, this is the weird place where we can end up in our business. We find success, but somehow the success didn't turn out the way we thought it was supposed to be. And then it's like, wait, hold on. What happened? What went wrong here? So I reached this point where I knew that something had to change, and I knew I wanted to continue doing this amazing work that I loved and keep working with all of the amazing people like all of you out there who are my clients. So I'm going to skip through, like some of the details of this part of the journey. But what's important is that after a whole lot of trial and error, what ended up happening was that I shifted my business model from doing just one-on-one coaching to bringing in online courses. And there was a lot of trial and error in that growth process. I tried to learn from several different, training programs out there that I thought were, really good, really solid on creating online courses. And they resulted in some beautiful courses, but then filling the courses turned out to be much harder than I expected, right? And so as time went on, I kept adjusting and recalibrating, and I figured out some really key strategies to launching those courses and launching them in a way that felt good to me, right? Not in a McMarkety kind of a way, because I just can't operate that way. Like, that's not who I am. But to share really generously, and then to be able to invite people into the programs if it felt right. So I started to develop kind of synthesizing all that I had learned in, yes, McMarkety, Monique, synthesizing all that I had learned in these training programs with what I really knew to be true and what felt good to me. And then my courses started to fill up. And that really changed everything, because that took me out of this place of, the dollars for hours that we get into with the one-on-one coaching, and where I was, and if we're not charging enough, that's where it gets to. And now when I created and launched a new online course, I could bring in really abundant financial income with every launch. And then the beauty of the online course is that, okay, so you do your marketing part, you fill your course, And then you only need to do the teaching part one time, right? So rather than bringing in 10 new one-on-one clients or 5 new one-on-one clients, and you have to meet with each of them individually, so you're meeting 5 or 10 times a week or 5 or 10 times every other week, when you do an online course, you only meet with the people as a group. So you only meet with them once per week or once every other week. And that is leverage. That is making the most use of your time, the most efficient use of your time. And when you create online courses, one thing that I'll be sharing with you as you go throughout this program is, what are the things that you find yourself saying over and over and over again? And if you have one-on-one clients already, what are the things that you end up saying again and again and again to every single client that you would just like to package up and be able to say at one time and reach, 20 or 30 or 50 people or more? Those are the things that you want to really think about, basing your courses on, because those are the things that people need to hear from you. But it's just not efficient for you to keep saying it over and over again in all these different meetings, right? So, and there is great value in one-on-one coaching. I don't want to say there's not. I still do a good amount of one-on-one coaching. But once I made this shift to taking, to doing online courses where I could market at one time, bring in a large number of people and speak to all of them at once, then I felt more comfortable in raising my rates for one-on-one pricing or one-on-one coaching to really honor my own energy, to really honor the value that I was providing and all the care and attention that I was giving to these one-on-one clients. So then everything became more balanced, right? Everything made sense, and people can join and work with me at these lower prices for the online courses, or they can join and work with me and get the more dedicated attention of the one-on-one coaching. Like, it gives, then the right option is there for everyone. And my time is just being used so much more efficiently. And then I have more energy to give. And I am not in a place of scarcity, right? So all of it it's good for everybody. And also what I found out too is that I could take courses that I had already created and delivered live, because I love doing live. But then once I've already delivered a course live, then you can take that and resell it as a home study course, and you don't have to do all the live meetings again, and people can watch all the recordings and have everything that they need, right? And maybe you can engage with them in a discussion forum and give them some coaching there, but they really have everything they need already from what you've already recorded. So this whole thing of figuring out the key strategies and secrets with how to successfully create and launch online courses was a total game changer for my business. Another thing I have to say is that I also found out that I love working with groups. So if any of you are out there and you're feeling intimidated by, doing an online course because you'd be speaking to so many people at one time, I just want to say you've got to try it, because it's so much fun to be for example, on a Zoom call like this with 20 or 50 or 100 people on the call, and to really be able to feel the energy of everyone listening, and to know that you're helping so many people all at one time to improve their lives or grow their businesses or, become healthier, whatever it might be, with every class session that you teach. And so this whole experience of creating online courses is something that really I'm honored to have the opportunity to do. And it's been amazing, and I love it. And so, I'm having so much fun with that, and I'm bringing in the income that really values what I am delivering, and all the energy and all the love and care and effort and intentions that I put into it. And so now it's more than enough to support my family, right? And to do the things that I really want to do in life. And I have more time freedom. I have more space for self-care, and I'm still busy, but it's different. I'm able to build in a lot more space into my schedule for self-care and for my kids and for things that I really need, and not be up, late at night still working on things. It's been quite an amazing shift. And so then all the while with this, I know that my soul's mission work is getting out into the world and making such a positive difference for so many people. And so this is what I want for you too. So I'd love to hear from you now, and please put this in the chat. Does my story resonate for you? And also, so you can either write that, like, does my story resonate? What part of my story resonated the most for you? Or you can write, I'd also love to know, what is your number one biggest business challenge right now? And for some of you, it may be just getting started, right? And for some of you, it may be this exhaustion factor, maybe not charging enough, might be my audience isn't big enough yet. So whatever that is, I'd love to hear, what is your biggest business challenge? Okay, Vanessa, getting my business started. Yes, I hear you. Okay, Louise, just getting started. So the creation of online content is a challenge. Yeah. Okay, Dawn, building the email list and search engine optimization, how to get the word out. Yes. Dawn, what I'm sharing here is going to speak directly to you. Cami, feeling the exhaustion of one-on-ones and always not knowing if I'm charging enough. Yeah. Yes, I hear you. I hear you, Cami. Okay, wonderful. I welcome anybody else to, okay, Stacy, getting started, collecting and organizing thoughts. Yeah. Daisy, getting exhausted and not charging enough. Yeah, I hear you, Daisy. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. And for those who are just getting started, you know, I do recommend definitely doing at least a little bit of one-on-one work before you really launch fully into online courses. So I would say, if that's your situation, listen into all of this, because you want to have all this in mind and in the background when you're ready to create those online courses. But it's so valuable to have the one-on-one work, because first, before you start really seriously creating online courses, because you learn so much in the one-on-one work about what people need from you, what people are coming to you for. Like, you might think that your ideal client you're going to serve is one certain kind of a person that has these needs that you're going to fulfill. And you'll find out that the people who come to you for one-on-one, they need that, but it's like with a different focus than you might have expected, or they need that in addition to something else that you never saw coming. And so then when you go to create your online courses, you'll really have that additional level of insight because you've been doing the one-on-one work first. That's something I definitely recommend. But all of this is still going to be very valuable for you. I'm going to talk a lot about list building. I'm going to talk about the online courses so that you'll know where to go when you're ready for that. So if you're just getting started, that's my little side note to you. Okay. Lisa, getting out there, even if not perfect yet. Yes. Taking action, being done, getting something done is better than having it perfect. Okay. Deborah, getting clarity about a course content plus wanting to feel comfortable with the technology. Yeah. In this series, toward the end of the series, we're going to talk about technology in the 4th session. Ibtisam, ditto. Yes. Okay, cool. Good. So wonderful to hear from all of you. Okay, and Chi, feeling confident that I have all the knowledge I need. Yeah, Chi, I want to say a note about that too here real quick. We are all being trained on the path of life. You can have degrees, you can have, master's degrees and PhDs and certifications, and those are wonderful. And those are very, very helpful, and they give you another depth of knowledge. But I don't know what your experience is, Chi, but the school of life will give you better training than I think any of those, really, because what we're called to, the challenges and obstacles that we're called to overcome in our life are what teach us more than anything about what we're meant to share in the world. So trust in that, right? It's very easy to lose confidence and think, I don't know enough yet, and then use that as a reason to not get started. But I encourage you to begin with with the knowledge that you do have, and you'll be so surprised. You'll pretty much always, you will amaze yourself with what you actually do know and what you're actually able to offer people. That is extremely valuable. We so easily underestimate ourselves. So don't underestimate yourself. Believe in yourself. You've got what it takes to get started now, right? Okay. So a lot of people in my audience have expressed a concern around starting to create online courses with this general concern. So something to the effect of, my list is still fairly small, so I'm not sure if I should put all the effort into creating an online course, because what if I put all that effort in and then no one buys, right? And then from there they say, well, I think I just need to wait until my list is bigger. It's not time yet to start creating online courses. And what I want to say to you is that's not a reason to wait. So if you already have started your business, and if you've done at least a little bit of one-on-one work, I really do encourage you to get started with creating your online courses. And here's the reason why. So there are two critically important things that you need to know here. So first of all, you can actually get information from your audience during your course launch in order to ensure that you're building the perfect course that's exactly what they need and want. Now, we're going to get into that more in future videos, but I just want to lay the groundwork here to let you know that you can do a very interactive launch where you have you begin with the basic idea for what your course is going to be about, like something that you think people need, but you want to test the idea, right? It's like it's a testing process that you can do within your market. And even if you don't have a big list yet, even if you have hardly anybody on your list yet, you can still do this. So you can have this interactive launch where you are putting out a free gift, gathering information from people, sending a survey, asking them what they really need, right? And then you can use that information to develop your course. So that was a very brief overview of that. I'm going to get into that a lot more in future videos, but that's the first critically important thing that you need to know. The second thing is that your course launch is a list building process. You can make your course launch into a list building machine, and you can grow your list, as I said earlier, 3 times, 4 times, or even 10 times bigger while you're launching your course. Okay. So let me explain a little bit more about how to do this. So first of all, I want to explain why your email list is truly the most important asset in your entire business, besides your own expertise and training and insights and knowledge, right? That's number one. Like, your intellectual property is your number one asset, but that's within you. So external from you, the most important asset in your entire business is your email list. And I want to address something that I hear a lot in the marketplace, which is that people are saying, email is dead and social media is where it's at right now. And I just want to reassure you that that is not true. So here's the thing. When people are your followers on social media and you make a social media post, they may or may not see your post. It really depends on the algorithms and all kinds of other behind the scenes stuff that goes on in social media, like, that we can't control. So for example, there's clearly researched and defined statistics that when you make a Facebook post, only about 10% of the people who are following you will actually see your post. Now that's a very, very low number. Only 10% of your people are actually seeing any given post that you make. But when someone's on your email list, you own your list, right? So people who are your Facebook followers, Facebook owns them. Facebook can change the rules, can change the algorithms at any time. But when someone's on your email list, you own your list, okay? And so also, the people who are on your email list have already made a higher commitment to following you, because they didn't just check like on your Facebook page. They actually cared enough about your work and your core message to give you their personal information, which is their name and email address. And, people don't just give this out freely. Like we still, even though there's so much online information and so many places to put your name and email address, we're still pretty discerning about that. Like, we don't want to get a ton of email from people we don't care about. So I know when I'm looking around, if I'm invited to something, I'm going to check it out pretty thoroughly and see what the vibe is, and see if I like what they're saying before I'll even consider giving them my name and email address. So when people give you their name and email address, they've already made a pretty big commitment to wanting to learn more about you. So these are the people you want to be talking to. Then looking at the statistics of it, when you send an email, typically, just on average, and this is even kind of a low average, typically 30 to 40% of the emails that you will send get opened. So that's way better than the 10% on social media. And for some businesses, and in fact on smaller lists where there tends to be higher engagement, it can be as high as 50 to 70%. So again, that's worlds better than the 10% on social media. So I just want to really encourage you to, from the very beginning or from wherever you are right now in your business, to really be focusing on building your list in any way that you can. And I'm going to give you a ton of ideas in this call today about how you can do that. So with email, there's a much higher rate of people who will actually receive your message, who will actually open it and see what you're saying and have an opportunity to respond and take the time to respond, right? On social media, most of your followers never even get the opportunity to engage with you or respond to you. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs out there who are kind of in some groups and circles that I'm in who are trying to build their businesses entirely on social media, and they're ending up very disappointed. So I don't want any of you to fall into that trap. Email is really the way to go. Email is not dead. Email is just growing. And one last point here that's really important, especially as we're talking about online courses, is that people who are on your email list are so much more likely to purchase from you than followers on social media are. Again, the people on your email list have made that higher level of commitment in signing up for your list. They are much more likely to be your ideal client and to really feel a connection with what you're talking about. And they're more likely to be excited to receive your email and to see what's inside and to possibly take action on that. So when you go to market your courses, you really want to be marketing them, sending those marketing materials to your email list. It's great to also promote on social media, but you want your primary source, of income to be coming from your email list. That's how you're going to have the most success. Okay, so that was laying a little bit of groundwork, just so you know, just so we all have that mutual understanding. So with that said, regardless of what your list size is right now, the most important factor around your list is the engagement and connection that you have with your subscribers. And also, the people who have more recently joined your list are more likely to open your emails. So what I want to share with you today is how to grow your list and increase the level of engagement and increase the open rate from your list while launching your course. So here's how to do it. Okay. The first thing you need to do in order to grow your list is to create a free gift. And I know you probably all know this, but we're going to go into details about how to maximize that free gift. So the free gift is also called an opt-in. It's also called a lead magnet. And in this program where we're talking about, okay, you're going to be creating an online course, in order to determine the perfect free gift that will bring in the ideal potential clients for your course, you want to first determine the topic of your course and some key benefits that people are going to get from attending your course. We're going to get into all of that in much more detail in video number 2, where we'll talk about, I'll take you through a process to choose the perfect topic for your course. Okay, but for now, just know that you want to first create a free gift opt-in that will give people similar benefits from what they're going to receive from taking your course. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Let me say that one more time. Your free gift opt-in lead magnet, right? That is going to bring in the ideal potential clients for your upcoming course. You want to have that free gift giving people similar benefits to what they're going to receive from taking your course. Your free gift is like a light version, right? L-I-T-E, light version, to give them a taste of what your course is going to deliver in the future on a larger scale, so that you're bringing in the right people through that free gift. So for example, if your course is to help people write their first book in 4 months, for example, then perhaps you want your free gift to be something that will help them take the initial steps to getting started writing their book, right? It's like a light version of your course. And so people who want to write a book and want to get started on it soon will be the ones who are drawn to that free gift. And so they will also be, those same people will be perfect potential clients for your course. And once they walk through the steps of your free gift, they'll be even more ready to possibly step into your course. So we're setting things up from the beginning to make sure you're getting the right people. So then what you want to do is you want to set up your free gift, as we have detailed about, what I just said here. You want to set that up on a web page on your website, and you want to make it a page where the only option is to sign up and join your list, right? You just enter your email address and your name here to get this very, very special free gift. You don't want to have, click through to read more about me. You don't want to have click here to read about my, products and services. You just want to have that page be totally, totally focused on a little bit of information about your free gift and letting them choose to opt in for it. Okay, so then the next important part is, once you have that page created and your free gift created, how do you get people to that page? And you can do any or all of the following. I'm going to give you some ideas here, and I'm going to share a lot of ideas because I want you to have this valuable information. I don't mean for it to be overwhelming, okay? What I would suggest is for you to pick like one or two of these and do these, but I want you to have the info, okay? So the possibilities are really endless, but here are a few ideas. So one idea is to do a Facebook challenge. So a Facebook challenge is where you make a series of posts to invite people to go through some sort of a transformation it's usually in 3 to 7 days, somewhere in that window, like 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. 3 or 5, is a very good way to do it. And so every day you're going to be posting something that allows them to take action in some way. So let's say it's about, getting people in the habit of doing daily yoga, right? So maybe the assignment for the first day would be to do just 5 minutes of yoga. And maybe the assignment for the second day is to take a picture of themselves doing yoga, right? And to post it on the Facebook page, right? You get the idea, so on and so forth. And it makes it fun to have people change their patterns, change their routine, change their perspective. It's like a fun community environment activity where they can do it together with other people, and then they're going to get real results, right? They're going to realize that they can do 5 or 10 minutes of yoga every day, and then maybe that becomes 15 or 20 minutes of yoga every day going forward. So you're giving them a clear and decisive action item every day that helps them get real results. And what this does is it increases their engagement with you. So it's great to do a Facebook challenge. So you would initially bring people in through the Facebook challenge, and they'll find you on social media, but you want to be always sending them to this opt-in page. So maybe the opt-in for your yoga Facebook challenge would be something, the free gift would be something like an e-guide on, yoga for different lifestyles, how to find the type of yoga that's best for your lifestyle, right? Something related to the Facebook challenge and to the course that you want to create. So you would let people find you on Facebook through the Facebook challenge, and then you want to be leading them to your opt-in page where you have your free gift, because then they're going to join your email list. Okay, another way to get people to come to your free gift opt-in page is through Facebook Live videos. And this video is streaming live on Facebook right now. So people are probably finding this video that maybe otherwise wouldn't have known about this webinar. Okay, and so then I can invite them, and I am inviting all of you who are watching this on Facebook to join this video series, right? So then I'm going to put a link in the comments for people to join this video series so they can see the next 3 videos. So that's another thing you can do. You can do a Facebook Live video and then invite people to come to your website and sign up for your free gift. You can create a mini summit. You know that I create summits all the time with like 15 or 20 or 25 people. Well, you can create a mini summit where you interview 3 or 4 or 5 people, and then they all send your information to opt in for your summit to their full list. And then when you present your summit, you can have people, well, those people are actually already on your email list, so that's extra powerful. But then you can have those who want to opt in for your free gift, and you'll know that they're good candidates for your class. You can also make videos on YouTube. YouTube is such a powerful way to get people to visit your website, because YouTube is closely linked with Google. And so when people type something into a Google search, when they're searching for something, like with our book writing example, they might say, how to write my book in 4 months or less. And then you can have a YouTube video where the title of the video is something that people would be searching for on Google that will bring them to your video and that would be, you know, very relevant to what you're teaching in your work and in your courses. So when people search in Google, as you know, YouTube videos are one of the first things that come up. So if you can get on YouTube and create videos about topics that people are searching for, it's very, very powerful. And then you can have a, 8 or 10 minute video on YouTube that tells some tips and secrets for how to create, how to write your book in 4 months or less, and then take them to your free gift page, right? One other way is to share your free gift in communities that you're already a part of. So this may be local communities, this may be online communities, this may be social media communities. We're all parts of lots of different communities. So you can share, you can let people know about your free gift in those communities if it's appropriate to do so, right? Some of the Facebook groups, don't want you to promote yourself, and you certainly want to do it there. But if it's appropriate, you can share your free gift in communities like that. So there's lots of different ways to get your opt-in, your free gift out to a wide audience of people. And again, I didn't want that list to be overwhelming, but I just want you to see all the possibilities. There's so many possibilities, and you can get really creative and have fun with any or all of those, okay? So continuing on this journey, once people have opted into your list, then you can build a relationship with them by offering something else for free. Now, this is where we're getting into the course launch process. So you've now grown your list as the initial phase of your course. You've grown your list. You've expanded your list because you've been sharing that free gift out in these different ways. And then once you have this higher number of people on your list, you want to build the relationship with them, right? You don't want to just try to sell them something right away. You don't want to just be like, okay, now you can pay me for my online course. You really need to build that relationship with them. You really want to build trust. So the best way to do that is to offer them something else for free. But this is going to be very different from your original free gift. So your original free gift might have been like an ebook, or it might have been a meditation, right? Something pretty simple that's easy for people to say yes to. It's kind of a commitment, but not a real high level of commitment for them to make, right? So it's easy to say yes. The next free item you want to offer will be something that's going to lead into inviting them to your course. So this may be a free informational webinar, or it might be a series of trainings, right, that they can attend for free. It might be a chance to, join with you live online and ask questions that are related to the free gift that you gave, right? So maybe if your free gift was the example we used earlier about how to get started, how to take the initial steps for writing a book, then maybe you offer an online Q&A where people can join and ask you more questions about that and get kind of a little bit of individualized group coaching around that, right? So whatever it is, this free item, this second free gift, is going to lead people into your launch process in which you'll actually be selling the course. Now, the really cool thing is that, as I mentioned, you've already been growing your list. You've already been sharing your free gift with people, using your specially designed free gift that's going to bring in the ideal potential clients for your course. And now your list is going to continue to grow even further with this second free item, because the second free item will also be shared by your audience members. So, and you can share it in the same ways that I already, mentioned that you shared your free gift, right? So you're getting compounding effects of growing your list, because it's just a natural thing that, like, when you give something really amazing that's free, like the initial ebook, and then now you're going to do, let's say a series of a couple of webinars for free, people are going to really like that, especially if it's very valuable for them, especially if it's something that's really helping them on their journey. And they're going to say to their friend, hey, Sally, you got to see this. You're going to love it. You're trying to write a book too. Or send it to, a colleague or a family member who will need it too. And so this is where you get a really beautiful organic growth from your already growing list. It's going to grow even further because people love to share things that are free. Okay, So once you have completed these steps, then you will be ready for your amazing launch process to begin. And we're going to cover all that in detail in video number 4 in this series. And before we get to that though, we're going to cover videos 2 and 3. And video number 2 is the next one coming up. I'm going to release it on Monday. It's going to be all about how to find your perfect online course topic that will magnetize your ideal clients and that you can't wait to teach. And part of what I'm going to share with you is what I mentioned earlier about a system in which you can actually get information from your audience during the launch in order to ensure that you're building the perfect course that's exactly what your audience wants and needs, okay? So video number 2 is going to be released on Monday, March 4th, this coming Monday. And it's not going to be a live video, it's going to be pre-recorded. So keep an eye on your email. I'm going to send that out on Monday morning, Eastern time zone, Monday morning. So keep an eye on your email. That will be coming out soon. And so I can't wait for you to experience that. It's going to be really fun. And we're going to go to Q&A in just a minute here. But before that, I would love for you to go ahead and write in the comments, what was your key takeaway or something that surprised you about what I presented today? I would love to know. Key takeaways or something that surprised you. Go ahead and write that in the chat here. And I'm going to also check in on our Facebook page because I want to just see if anybody is commenting on there and if I can reply to them at all. So hold on just a moment. Okay, great. So let me do this. So if you're watching the Facebook Live and you're not already registered for this 4-part video series, I'm putting in the comments right now a comment about here's how to register. So you'll receive all 4 videos in this teaching series. Okay, so I just put that in there. Great. So our Facebook Live people will have that information. Okay, so let me read your key takeaways. Okay, gratitude. Thank you, Wendy. Love it. Dawn, a key takeaway is that email is more effective than social media due to the percentage. Yes, that is so important. I think so many people are getting wrapped up in trying to grow their business on social media and, as I said, getting really disappointed by the results. And it's just email is, I built my whole business on email, and luckily I didn't spend too much time trying to really, I do stuff on social media, but it's like secondary to the email. So yeah, really important to grow your list. Okay, Cami, I feel less overwhelmed now about developing my online courses. Yay, Cami. And yeah, Cami, definitely attend the upcoming sessions because you're going to learn so much more that will help to decrease the overwhelm. All right, Marianne, thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. You are welcome. Monique, surprised that the free gift sign up leading into your course doesn't have more pointers to your website or more info about you. Well, so Monique, what can happen, so it's on your website. It's going to be located on your website, the initial free gift sign up. But you don't, so what happens is and you can put a little tiny blurb, maybe a sentence or 2 about you on there. Like let me just share this with you as an example. The page that you all went to join this video training series is a really good example of this. So let me just share that with you. And I'm going to make this full screen. If you're watching on Zoom Live, it's going to go to full screen, but you can just click escape to get out of the full screen so you can still move around on your computer. But so this is an example of an opt-in page, right? And this is for the video series that you're attending right now. But you can see there's no options to like go to my about page or my home page. It's on my website. It's on wearesacredplanet.com. But there are no other distracting options because, and you could put something in here. I could have said, I'm Jocelyn Mercado, MBA, that kind of a thing. I chose not to do that. But the thing is here, you want people to just be really, really focused on, yeah, okay, this sounds amazing. I want this. It's free. So let me just sign up now. Because if you put a link to your About page, for example, they'll go search and look on your About page and read your beautiful story about your journey, and then they'll go check out other pages, and then they might forget to come back and sign up. So because there's just so much information available online right now, we got to try to help people focus wherever we can. Like, we all need help with focusing right now, right? Especially when we're surfing around online. So you just want to make this a really focused thing. Like, here's what it is, here is what you will receive, and then sign up now. That's the way you're going to get the best results. Because if people go and search around on your website and read your About page, they're going to learn about you, and they might love what they see there, but then they might navigate off to another website and never come back, and then you lose them. And you lost that chance to really keep on engaging with them. Okay, so Monique. Okay, good. Looks like that was helpful. So Lisa, I love the receptive, non-salesy breadcrumb approach to building my email list. Love the free gift first and the longer free engagement. Okay, awesome. Yay. Okay, Stacy, I've been eating up all of Jocelyn's free gifts and webinars, and it's been training me how to do mine. Yes, yes. So that's another thing you can do with all of this, right? Just watch somebody who, you know, you like the way that everything is presented, and then, yeah, do what they do. Absolutely. Ibtisam, foot in the door practice. Foot in the door technique works in practice too, but in relationship is so important. Yeah, relationship is so important. And get them to feel your authenticity and intention. Yep. Yep. Okay, beautiful. Yay. Okay. Also, going forward in this video series, I'm going to share with you a lot more about the technology pieces that are a part of all this, because that can be really simplified too. It can be very easy to be confused about, oh, what do I use to create my free gift opt-in page? What do I use to create my website? All of this. And I have educated myself on all this technical stuff, but I keep it really, really simple and economical. And so, you know, I'm going to be sharing all that with you as we go along through this video series too. Okay, so I welcome you. Oh, let me see. So we'll do Q&A in just a moment here, but Lisa, let me look at your comment here. So the landing page is for an event, not a freebie. Okay. So this is so Lisa, your freebie is on your homepage. Yes. Okay, awesome. There's a couple different ways to do this. So the way that I suggested it was that you're creating a new free gift that's different than your homepage opt-in. Okay, because your new free gift, and this is your initial simple like ebook meditation, something simple, is, yes, it's just like an initial freebie, but in most cases you want it to be different than your normal homepage, you know, newsletter opt-in, because you want it to be something that's going to be bringing in people who are perfect for your online course. Now, Lisa, let me just say this. If your freebie that's on your homepage is already perfectly positioned to bring in the ideal clients that will love your online course, then sure, you could just send them to your homepage. Okay, you could take out the step of creating the additional landing page and just send people right to your homepage if your homepage freebie is perfect to, you know, then guide them into the online course launch and they'll resonate with it. But in many, many, many cases, okay, you think it is, good. But I do caution you with that, because in many, many cases, it's really valuable to create a separate opt-in page and a new free gift that is going to really, really magnetize the perfect people that will move right into your online course. So just think about that a little bit, Lisa. And yeah, the landing page I just showed you was for an event. It was for this 4-video training series, but you can create a very similar, you know, the same kind of landing page for just a simple ebook freebie. Okay, really good question, Lisa. Thank you for asking that. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, please go ahead and raise your hand, or you can always type your question in the chat or in the Q&A box. I am here to answer any questions you might have about what we covered today. Let me take a peek at our Facebook page again here. All right, good. Okay, and if there's no questions, that is totally fine. We can close the meeting. We're almost at an hour here. So last call for questions. Okay, Monique. Okay, Cami, bye. Thank you. So glad you could attend. Okay, Monique, do you think it's necessary to also have all the social media links? Where are you saying, Monique? Is it necessary to have all the social media links? Do you want to raise your hand? You don't have to, or just tell me in the chat, where are you thinking the social media links need to go? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. Louise, how much lead time? I'm not sure. So lead time, like, oh, probably what you mean there, Louise, is how much lead time should there be, like the timeline from creating your initial freebie to then your second, more advanced free gift to launching your course? Okay. All right. So what I suggest, so the course launch time period is shorter than you might think. I recommend usually somewhere between 1 and 3 weeks for the course launch itself. So when you would want to be doing your free gift is probably a week or two before that. So I would say your initial free gift is probably going to be like it's probably going to come out 4 or 5 weeks before you actually begin teaching your online course. So it's a pretty short time frame, because as you're going to learn when we talk about the launch process, you want to give people really just a window, like where it's like, okay, make the decision now, we're starting the class very soon, join now, or it's not going to be available again until such and such date, because there are so many options available. Online courses are usually not the most astronomical price things. People can make their decision, make the investment. You don't need them, you don't need to give them 2 months to make that decision about whether they're going to join your online course, right? Usually, depending on the price, like if it's $99 or less, you can do a course launch that's only a week long, because that's a pretty easy decision for people to make. If it's, a $500 course, maybe you give them 2 or 3 weeks to make that decision. If it's higher, maybe two or three weeks. So I would say 4 or 5 weeks before the course, before you're actually going to like begin teaching the course, is where you'd want to release that initial free gift. So hopefully that's helpful, Louise. I love it, Wendy and Ibtisam. Thank you. Okay. Chi, what do you need to think about when inviting seminar speakers to promote you on their list? How often are they likely to do this? Okay. So when you do a summit or a mini summit, and stay tuned, because after this video series is going to be more information about online summits, which I love doing and love teaching about. But so when you do a summit or a mini summit, all the speakers benefit. Everybody's list grows, because, so let's say you have 5 speakers that you invite, and you're going to have them all share the summit or the seminar with their full list. So all the speakers who are participating, all 5 of them, their email lists are all going to grow, because they're all going to get the exposure of being a part of your event that's announced to all the other speakers list. So people are very likely to say yes if they are in the online space and interested in growing their audience. Okay. So the most important thing is just to let them know how they're going to benefit. You want to let them know the topic of your event, how your topic is going to be helping people out in the world, and then how being a part of this will benefit them. Those are kind of the key things to know about that, Chi. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Okay, Monique. I was trying to type fast. You said earlier that a lot of the social media posts won't be seen, so does one still need to keep up, Yeah, I just have Facebook and Twitter. I have not entered the world of Instagram yet. I know there's a lot of value. People are doing a lot of business on Instagram, and Instagram is really good and successful, right? So I'm not saying to not do the social media. It's good to do the social media, but all of your social media efforts should be always directing people back to your website and back to your free gift or your newsletter opt-in, or whatever your current focus is on, getting people signed up for your email list. So, I do think it's still important to have a presence on social media. The presence is also part of your branding. So I have, I have two Facebook pages and a Facebook group, and I have a Twitter page, and soon I'll be creating an Instagram page because I know I need to get on that boat. But yeah, I think it's good to have those, but you just don't want to put all of your time and effort into social media. You want to always be using social media to drive people back to your website, which is going to increase your SEO, and drive people to your free gift, which is going to increase your list. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Good. Is it possible to do without Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter? Yep. Yep, absolutely. If you just don't want to do social media at all, I'd recommend summits or mini summits. Having friends and colleagues share your free gift out to their list. Doing, webinars where you're teaching and then ask people to share. There's lots of possibilities to grow your business, have a very successful, profitable business even without social media. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, yippee. Okay, good. Okay, Vanessa, I don't understand how free gifts grow our email list. Well, so Vanessa, when you are offering a free gift, the only way that people can get a free gift is if they sign up for your email list. So they're going to go to your landing page, like the one I showed here on the screen. They're going to put in their name and email address, and they're going to, when they do that, they're added to your list, and then they receive from you the free gift. So anybody who signs up there will be on your email list, and that's going to grow your email list. So hopefully that is clear. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I know, it's funny. I see a value in social media. I know it's important. It's good to have your presence out there and all that. But I have built my business really without a focus on social media. And I love my business. It's very successful. I'm very happy with it. And I am not obligated to social media. So I think a lot of my followers feel the same way. It's not the focus of my business. And to me, summits are the biggest way that I get the word out there to people. Summits and doing free trainings and webinars and stuff like this. So that's what I love doing. I just love doing that stuff more than social media. So yeah, you can do it. You can build it however you want. That is my core and key message to all of you. You can take this information and then get creative and build it however you want, however it feels good to you. That's how it should be. Make it fun and fulfilling for you. Yes, birds of a feather flock together. Love it. Okay, so as I said, keep an eye on your email on Monday. I'm going to be sending a video out to you then, and that will be on how to find your perfect online course topic that will magnetize your ideal clients and that you can't wait to teach. And having this perfect course topic, as you can see from what I've shared here today, is going to help grow your email list, and because you're going to have that perfect free gift that leads right into it, and it's going to just really get everybody in your audience very excited, very engaged, very ready to work with you. Okay, so we're going to work on that next time. Can't wait to share that information with you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll talk to you again soon.